So slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m is your slope and b is your y-intercept. So this is where m is your slope and b is your y-intercept. The other way I think about this that I think is really helpful is this. Your y-intercept is where you start, and your slope is the pattern that you use after. So your y-intercept is where you start. What I'd like you to do is draw a little grid and make a y-intercept for yourself. I have to tell you, like, if you start on the x-intercept, it's very hard. It's like if you start on the wrong axis, it's very hard for me to find points that you are on a problem. And that's always what I'm looking for. Show me something. Show me something you know how to do. You got to start at the right place now. Okay? So again, I think of the y-intercept as that's my starting spot. It's my starting amount. And the slope is the pattern we're going to do going from that starting spot. So it's really important that we're able to identify what m and b are so that we can graph. So in this first problem, our slope is 3. And here's how I like to write 3. 3 over 1. Always. I always write the slope as a fraction. I always write the slope as a fraction because that's how we're going to use it. And the y-intercept then is this 6. You'll also notice that I did not write 3x. I wrote just 3. The x is a variable. X is what's changing. The other thing I do that I didn't do here, that I would like to do, I'm going to write the y-intercept as a point. Over 0, up 6. If you write it as a point, then you'll be on that y-axis. You won't go, don't go right, don't go left, just go up. No, as long as you're writing it at 6, just make sure you start in the right spot. I'm not going to be picky about that. Okay, so on this one, our slope is 1/2. And our y-intercept is -8. What's our slope on number 3? Yeah,
-2.
I'm going to write it as -2 over 1. Love it. We're going to leave that x out. And then our y-intercept, I'm going to write as 0.7. Anyone have the slope for number 4? Awesome. I'm going to write that as -1 over 1. So anytime you don't have a number in there, it's going to be a 1. It's different for the y-intercept, though. The y-intercept is 0. So that line starts right on the origin, and it's going to go down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. Good? Now let's actually graph. So when we're graphing an equation in slope-intercept form, our first step is going to be to write that equation in slope-intercept form. If you don't have slope-intercept form, you need it. So you're looking for y equals mx plus b. Everything today is going to be in y equals mx plus b form. Tomorrow is going to be different. Tomorrow we're going to solve for y first. Once we write our equation in y equals mx plus b form, we're going to identify the slope and the y-intercept. We're going to give you points for that, always. I mean, maybe not on every practice, but definitely on quizzes and tests, we're going to give you slope, blank, y-intercept, blank, so that you have the steps in front of you. And then you're going to do the slope. And here's what I always do for the slope. The rise is either up or down. The rise is going to be up if your slope is positive. It's going to be down if it's negative. We're
She able to come to
always
her math
going
class,
to
please?
run right.
Can she come to her math class, please? Okay.
You're always going to run right. Up or down, always run right. X and Y intercepts are on the bottom there. We're going to talk about getting those from the here in a bit. All right, here we go. We're going to graph. in the first. Nice. There's my slope.
And then the Y is 3.
Okay, so if you're thinking to yourself, graphing is not my bag. I will solve for X all day long, but I don't like to graph. Here's the thing. Make it very, like, write down when I'm writing down. The Y-intercept is where you start. I'm going to go over 0 of 3 and put a dot. Slope is my pattern number. Slope tells me what directions to do next. Next, I go up 2, right 1. I'm going up because it's positive, but I go right no matter what. So up 2, right, I'm sorry, up 1, right 2. Up 1, right 2. Up 1, right 2. We are going to ask you to fill in the whole graph. Don't just do 2 points. Unless you bring a ruler with you, and then okay. So your start, your pattern, draw a nice line. Your line will be nicer if you have all of the points. That may be the nicest line of my life. What? Thank you. Pretty good one. And then the last thing we're going to ask you for today is the X-intercept. So if the Y-intercept is where we're crossing the Y-axis, where do you think the X-intercept is? Where we're crossing the X-axis. So here, that's at -6. So I'm going to write -6, 0. Or you can write X equals -6. I think maybe on number 3, we'll show you how to get that on Desmos. All right, 2/3 X -6. So what's my slope on this one? 2/3. And my Y-intercept? 0, -6. So again, every problem, I'm going to write this. Start and pattern. So I'm going to start at -6 on my Y-axis. I'm going to go up 2, right 3. And to finish out my line in the other direction, I'm going to do the opposite. So if I just went up and right, I'm going to go down and left. I didn't really talk through that on this. So down 2, left 3. That's the only time we're going to go down and left. Here's a couple ways that I check my work without using Desmos. 1, if I have a positive slope, which way should my line be going? Uphill. Okay, so if I have a positive slope, which I do here, I should have an uphill. The other thing is we are graphing lines. That is this unit. This is linear equations. So if you end up with a V, probably one of the sides of your graph, just you forgot to do the opposite. I had a couple of people in our second period class call me over when it was time to do practice, and they're like, I don't know what happened. You can't go up and left. You got to do the opposite. So those are really the 2 checks I make. And then checking on Desmos, which we're going to do this next one. All right, here our X-intercept is what? 3. Oh, that's our slope for our next one. What's our X-intercept? Number 2. Yeah, nice. I'm going to write that in there and 0. Cool. All right. So, Kaden told me that my slope is 3 for this next one. What's my Y-intercept? -9. So I'm going to start at -9. Thank you so much. And my pattern from there is going to go be up 3, right 1. Oh, that one's so silly. 3. 3. Yes, the X-intercept. Absolutely. Thank you. All right. If you're working ahead, you're working ahead, if you can just pause before you flip over your page. I love that you're working ahead, but I really want to show you what Desmos can do for you. I'm going to check this one on Desmos. You can absolutely graph a line. So y equals 3x minus 9. You can also graph logarithms. Alright, so here it is. And if I look at this versus my other grid, like, okay, I can just look at it and see that it looks kind of similar. It's even in green. Pretty. But here's what I actually checked. I put it in. I checked 2 places. Eyes up here, please, because I'm going to show you how easy this is and how lovely you're going to, how much you're going to love this. 2 places. 2 places that we can push. Do you see the little gray dots? Here, hold on. Let's see if I can make it a little. Oh, that's going to be easy. Okay. So when you are not clicked on the equation or the graph, it just looks like that line. And the scale might not look the same as you're like, okay, I can check that it's uphill, but what else can I check with this? Here is what else you can check with this. If you click on either the green or if you click on the equation, stay with me, please. If you click on the equation, you have these 2 little gray dots. Desmos will always give you your X-Intercept and your Y-Intercept. Take your earbuds out so you can hear me with your whole brain. Take them out so you can hear me with your whole brain. Go. Desmos will always give you the X-Intercepts and the Y-Intercepts. And those points are usually the points that you want more than anything. And they make them these little clickable dots. And they give it to you as an ordered pair, which is exactly how we're asking you to write them. This is wonderful. On the TI-84 graphing calculator, which used to be my favorite math thing in the whole entire world of all the math things, getting to this took about 20 button pushes. Here, you put in the equation, you make sure you click on the graph, and it's there for you. It's really going to be helpful. I'm not trying to be annoying, I'm trying to help you. Trying to give you every way to get every problem right that you can. Okay, we're going to do some more. This works whether those are whole numbers or whether those are decimals too. So it can be a really ugly number and you're in between 2 and 3 and you don't know, is that 2.5? Is it 2 2/3? It'll give you the decimal and you can just write it down. All right, try the next one. Get ahead.